Hey.
Give us a chance. You
Yes.
gotta let everybody come in.
Yes. Let's see. You left the TV on downstairs?
I did.
Oh, okay. I ain't gonna have to go downstairs with my cat.
Child.
Lord Jesus. Oh.
I left the TV on. There ain't nobody
I
downstairs.
have to go downstairs and put something on somebody.
I left the TV on.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
What's going on?
Ain't nobody here yet.
Huh?
Ain't nobody here yet.
Where are all the people?
Hey, everybody. We can't. It's going feedback. You gotta turn that down.
Yeah.
Hey, Reese Cup. Hey, Wanston. Hey, Reese Cup.
Why you ain't tell me my brush?
Because. Hey,
You
Wanston.
be hating.
Love the blue. Oh, the blanket.
Oh, the blanket.
Y'all in our bedroom today. We didn't feel like being downstairs, and we didn't feel like being in the studio.
Yeah, because there ain't no air
So
conditioning.
welcome to our bedroom. The air conditioner ain't even on.
Part
And then
one
if
of
it
it.
was on, they wouldn't be able to hear us.
Yeah, well.
So it don't matter neither way.
Well, we still in the fix-up phase of the bedroom. We started with the living room.
Hey, Monica. We enjoyed being on your platform this morning.
Yes,
we
we
really
did.
did.
I know Monica wanted Monica
And thank
wanted
you
to
for
cut up.
having us.
I know you want to cut up, Monica. You tried real hard not
She was trying to keep her composure, I could tell.
Because I know she was getting ready. I know I was getting ready to make her fall apart. Monica
Y'all
was
see
like,
this so
"Listen,
y'all know what we had for breakfast, right?
Dunkin' Donuts. Hazelnut.
Yes, right after we got off with Monica, I had Wanston playing in the car, and we went to get us something to eat.
Yes.
Thank you, Wanston.
Breakfast was good. Yes, breakfast was good.
Monica said her mom says she love your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Y'all see mine says, nope, not today.
It's backwards.
That's why I told him what it said. But no, you can see it, look. It's backwards, but you can still read what it says.
I was trying
Yes,
to
we
save my
did.
little iced coffee for now, but you see it didn't even make it. They didn't even make it.
Well, I got more than you.
Mine didn't make it. Oh my God, I just lose my mind when I get one of those iced coffees.
Hey, Leo. Hey, Leo.
Hey, Leo.
Lilo and Leo came in at the same time.
Have you calmed down? You was ready to bulldoze somebody yesterday.
Well, y'all, welcome to yet another episode of Coffee with the Kings. Of course, you know who I am, and that's, as he likes to say, His Majesty Trebell. And I'm Joseph. I don't need the title. You already know who I am.
See the crown, see the crown, see it, see it.
So, in keeping in line with everything the TBT squad talked about today, ours is going to be basically on the same lines of what we talked about with Monica and what Wanston talked about and what Anita talked about. So ours is going to be on the lines of, can you walk a mile in our shoes?
Ooh.
Because people are very quick to make judgment on you, but if they don't really know you, they can't judge you.
Right.
Like, people always look at me and think that I'm, let him tell it I am. People always look at me and think I'm stuck up and conceited and I think I'm all that. And then they get to know me and they always tell me, you are nothing of what I thought you
He's
were.
a nice stuck up.
And I just have this air about me that when I walk in a room, people just assume that I think like I'm the hottest thing walking. I have a friend, a very good friend of mine.
He do.
And she told me, she said, you know, when I first met you, I couldn't stand you. You would have on your little shades and be looking over the top of them at people. And I'm like, who the hell do we think he is? She said, but now that I know you, you my JoJo.
He ain't looking at y'all. He looking in the camera. Trust me, he looking at himself in the camera to make sure he look all right.
She said, now that I know you, you my JoJo.
Look.
Well, I would prefer to look at myself over there as opposed to this little screen.
Because we got a big screen TV in the room, right? So he on the TV right now, so he really want to look over there at himself. So if y'all see him looking over that way, he looking at himself.
But a lot of times, people...
Watch how many times he do it.
A lot of times, people just judge you based on what they know of you without knowing you. There's a difference in you, what you know of someone versus you actually knowing someone. And a lot of times we don't take the time to get to know someone. Like me and Tramel, or people always look at me and Tramel and they don't know the struggle he had. They don't know the struggle I had. They just see the confidence we put out now. They just see that we're two married gay men. They don't know the struggles that we had with being gay. They don't know the struggles that we had with just our individual selves. Forget being together.
Y'all see the laughter after the pain. This is the laughter.
Right. This is the joy after the pain.
Yeah. Ooh. Because
You don't know. Hey, John. You don't know. Hey, Anita.
And I ain't saying my story is
Coach
worse
Cherry.
than nobody else's, but my story is worse than somebody else's. Trust.
It's not. It's that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people see the after with a lot of gay men and lesbian women and just people in general. You see their after. You don't see their before. So you don't see the before where I was ridiculed and made fun of and being a pastor's son, honey, I wasn't supposed to be this. Really?
Really.
Seriously?
For real.
Only you.
For real.
Get mine, it's over here, because yours is downstairs. And do it right there.
Get what?
The plug.
Oh.
You know, we don't have these issues when I'm in control of the electronics. But, like I said, you don't know the befores. Like, I have a friend on here right now, and I've heard his before. And to hear his before is heartbreaking. But to see his after, you would just think that he was always okay with who he was. And he was fine with who he was. And that's the problem that people don't understand. They like to ridicule you. They like to talk about you. They like to make fun of you. But in reality, you don't know my before. You just see my after. And my after is my glow up. I mean, most people's after is their glow up. Where they're like, you know what? People aren't going to make fun of me no more. I'm not going to accept people just treating me any old kind of way. This is who I am. This is how I live my life. And if you don't like it, too bad. And that's the part most people see. They see the glow up after the before. But if you had to walk in my before, the thing is, can you do it? If you had to walk in my before, would you be able to walk in my before? Would you be able to walk down the street and people just call you the F word and people are laughing at you for absolutely no reason, just for being who you are? Would you be able to sit there and be ridiculed by people you don't know? And there's a bunch of them. So no matter, even if you want to fight back, you may get jumped, you may get beat up. So you have to sit there silent and be completely against who you really are, because this is for your safety. It's not always about just reacting to something. Sometimes you have to think about your safety in the process. Again, my friend that's doing a lot, we were in a situation where both of us wanted to open our mouth and curse people out that were making fun of us, and we had to stand there and deal with it and take it, because if we did, I mean, the three of us fighting like 15 little hood boys, I don't think, we might have grabbed one or two, but I more or less think we would have got beat up. But that's just the reality of it. And why? Just because we were standing there waiting for a cab, being who we were. And people don't understand that. So now when you see me and I'm like, oh no, you're not going to pick on me. Oh no, you're not going to talk about me. Oh no, you're not going to bully me. You just think that maybe Joseph has always been that way. You don't know the side of Joseph that has sat there and cried and been made fun of and made deals with God. Please, just, I promise you, if you do this, I'll do this. I'll go to church every day. I'll become a preacher. Just take this away because I can't deal with it. And then you get to the point where it's like, this is who I am. It's never going to change. It's just what it is. Yeah. But people don't know that. They only see this. Like, people always look at me and Tremel and they be like, oh, we can see the love in y'all. We want what you have. And I'm like, honey, it ain't always cotton candy and roses.
Right.
Because when me and Tremel get into it, baby, we get into it. But a lot of people don't want the before. They only want the after. But the thing is, can you deal with the before? Mm-hmm. If you can deal with the before, then you're a good person. If you can deal with what I've dealt with what Tremel has dealt, Tremel has been gay bashed. Some people can't even deal with just getting in a fight, let alone having 10, 15 people jump you just for walking to a train station or just for walking to a bus station because you're gay. So that's why it's like people don't know. People get mad when you live in your truth. People get mad when you walk in your truth, but they don't know what it took for you to get there. They don't know what it took for you to wake up one day and say, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm going to be who I am. I know women that didn't go through the same thing, but they were ridiculed for who they were, for how they dressed, for maybe having a baby before people felt they should have, and they had to get through that. You have to get through everything in your life. But people will sit and judge you based on your after, not knowing your before, not knowing what you went through to get there and what you've been through. And if you had to put on my shoes, you probably wouldn't have lasted as long as I did. Because a lot of people, they're not built to deal with stuff like that. They're not built to handle and deal with things that are against what they feel it should be. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we clash a lot with these millennials, like, for real. Some of y'all millennials, y'all are disrespectful in your spirit, just disrespectful in your spirit, telling us we were cowards for enduring the things that we endured back in those days. It was a different day and age. It was a different day and age, you know.
Right, like these young gay men and women now, they have it easy.
Yeah.
We didn't have
compared
that
to what we have
in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, this is who I am, deal with it. No, it wasn't like that. No. And all of them don't have that story because they still go through the things that some of my friends went through. And they still go through getting kicked out of the house. Yeah. And they still go through nobody wanting to be bothered with them. They still go through it. Yeah. It's just a little bit more. And
we still have the stigma. We have had the stigma of being responsible for a whole epidemic.
Right. People have come on me and Tremel's platform and left us comments that had nothing to do with even what we was talking about. Please, your marriage isn't holy. It goes against God. Okay, well, what they got to do with anything? You mad because I got a husband, girl, and you don't? Right. Because if you took that same energy to find you a husband, maybe you'd have one. But I'm legally married to mine. And whether you agree with it or not, whether you feel like it's in the Bible or not, guess what? Legally, he's my husband. Where's yours? Why are you worried about what I have? Or is it that you're mad because as a man I have a husband and you don't?
Probably.
Because I'm like, when these comments come, I have to catch myself because I'm like, I'll be ready to go in. And I'm like, you know what? This is just somebody who's mad. Delete and block them. Because if I don't, the more comments they leave, the more I'm gonna, because I can't just see the comment and ignore it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have that in me. I'm not that person. Like I just told you, I have been bullied before and I refuse to let anybody bully me now that I'm grown. So I'm the type, I have to delete the comment and block them. Because I'm not gonna keep, because if we was face to face, you wouldn't say it to me. I know you wouldn't say it to me. You'd keep your opinion to yourself and talk about me behind my back. So just because we on the internet, And a lot of you content creators need to think like that. If they were in your face, they wouldn't say half the things they type in on the screen.
Exactly.
But because they behind the screen, that's why they want to type it.
Yeah.
But if they were in your face, all they would do is get on the phone and call their little girlfriends. Girl, let me tell you about so-and-so. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you that. They would never say it to your face.
They ain't gonna say it in your
So
face.
that's what I have to... That's what I have to...
That's when I can get excited and punch you in the face, and you say it in my face so I can be right there so I can choke you.
Right.
That's it. I want to be there. I want to be there in the moment when you say whatever it is you got to say.
You know what?
So Gag Nation can set in on you. What? I'm not like a confrontational person like that. I don't like going back. I don't do back and forths and
No,
stuff.
no.
Really good.
Okay, so somebody
You good at that.
Somebody timed somebody out because of the question they asked, and I want to answer it. I honestly do. They said, What's worse in America, being black or being gay?" Well, why don't you answer that question? Because we get it twice.
Yeah.
We get it twice. We get it for being black men, and then we get it for being black gay men.
Right. So we get it from the white community.
We get it
that's
from
racist.
everybody for being gay.
Right. Yeah.
And then we get it from the black community for being black and gay.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time when they try to compare the two, when they try to compare the struggle, I can go anywhere, anytime, any day, and nobody has to know that I'm gay. Nobody. But I can never not go somewhere and somebody not know that I'm black. Period. It's not that I get it. You want to say it's the same because it's still discrimination and things like that. But nobody ever has to know you're gay or lesbian. Ever.
Right.
Unless you tell them. Or unless you put it out there. But there's no way that Tremel can go somewhere and somebody not know that he's black. So, right now, it being a black man, and with everything going on, and I have my own personal opinions about that, because, like, I feel I'm a black man first. But the black community says I'm gay first.
Right.
So you won't have me out there helping you with Black Lives Matter, because black gay lives don't matter to black people. Because the minute something happens to us, the first words out their mouth is, "Oh, that's God's punishment for you. God did that because you shouldn't be the way you are. It's God doing it.
But
God is punishing." And it's
like
not, it's not everybody.
Yeah,
and I have to be specific. It's not everybody. No. Everybody doesn't do that. No. I know plenty of friends that will stand out there and pick it with me. Gay rights matter, gay Black Lives Matter, all of that. So I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of black people view us as gay black men as opposed to black gay men. And that's what I have a problem with.
You know, and you know what? Dr. Umar said something in the realm of what are you bringing to the table as a black gay man?
Right, but even what John said is true. Yeah. Even though black people view us as gay black men, in our gay community, we're viewed as black men.
Right.
So that's the double stigma with it. Yeah. Black people view us as gay black men.
There's segregation in
white people still view us as black men.
In the LGBTQ, there's a big color line.
It's the same difference. We get the same discrimination. So yes, we should be out there in the front
that
lines. That
brown color in the flag. That's where the line is
the brown
drawn.
And black, because we felt we didn't have a voice. I think it is stupid to add a brown and black to a rainbow flag, because there's no brown or no black in a rainbow flag. Right. But they did it to represent the black people. Yes. Because even in the gay culture, the gay
they even have like a peach color to represent white.
They don't recognize us.
Right.
It's just like what we're fighting for now.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing where we say black gay men matter because they shut us out of clubs. They don't want us to come in clubs, or we're only good enough to have sex with. And then once you do that, you've accomplished your mission, and you don't want to be bothered with us, and you don't want to be around us. And we're a stigma to white gay men, and we're a fetish. Put it that way. Yeah. We're a fetish to gay white men. And
it's
once
like
they're
going
done,
to the candy store and getting that big old candy bar.
Right. I got my piece of candy, now be gone. I ate it, I'm done. Leave me alone. So, we get a double-edged sword of everything.
Yeah, everything.
We get a double-edged sword of everything, but we just learn to adjust to
Like
it.
this is a rarity. You don't see this in the gay community a lot. You don't see two
Right.
black gay men.
You really
married.
hardly ever see.
Although there are a lot that are,
There's a lot of us that are married to
but
each
you
other.
don't see it.
But you don't really see it because we stay in the background.
Yeah.
Me and Tramel wanted to be in the forefront. That's why we got excited when we found out Wanston and Leo were married.
Right.
That's why we became friends with the Love Kings, because they were out there and they liked us because we were out in the forefront.
Right.
Because we don't see ourselves. All we ever see is a black man married to a white man.
That's
Which sends a message that we cannot love each other. Which sends the message to, and honestly, it's the same outrage black women get when they see a black man with a white woman. It's the same outrage that black gay men have. Like, this is not the narrative. This doesn't have to be this way. Why does it have to be this way?
Yeah, but you know what, John? Speaking about Black Gay Pride, we didn't start that. We didn't start Black Gay Pride. They just didn't include us in their Pride events. So we had no other choice but to have our own Pride events.
And Coach Sherry, you are absolutely correct. And that's why, even, and what Tramel said is true. That's why we have Black Gay Pride, because we're not included in Gay Pride with the white people. So we've come up with Black Gay Pride, and we have our own Pride events separate from the white people. But straight black people don't know that. They don't know that we're enduring the same exact thing in the gay culture that they're enduring in the straight life.
Right.
They don't understand that we are going through the same black thing, and we can be an ally. But I've seen so many videos of gay black men come up recently that say they are not going outside with them. They are not protesting because our lives don't matter to black people.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I do. I feel the same way. And like Coach Sherry said, we need to come and agree together. We need to understand we're black, period. Of course, forget anything else, we're black. And we are all getting treated the same way.
Yeah.
Screw stereotypes, screw sexuality, screw all of that. We all have one commonality,
Right.
and that's we're black. And no matter what side of the spectrum we stand on, we are all being treated the same way,
Right.
no matter
But
what
we gotta
community we
understand.
in.
We gotta understand why we treat each other the way we do. And I keep telling y'all to read those Willie Lynch letters on how to make a slave. And I'm telling you, you will find every single thing in those letters will tell you why we black people treat each other the way we do, because we were conditioned that way from slavery. We were conditioned that way, and we continue on and on. The cycle continues on. The cycle is broken in some families, in some places, but the cycle continues on. The ignorance continues on. And until you understand that, the way in which we treat each other is the problem. The reason why we can't come together and have a conversation at the table with one another, because we're judging this one for this and judging that one for that one. I don't want to sit at the table with that one because that one is of the devil. I ain't sitting at the table with that one because that one is this. As long as we're doing that, we will never ever evolve as a people. I promise you that. Other races have evolved as one because they stick together. They have unity amongst one another. We as black people, some of us, we throw each other under the bus. And we don't stand behind one another, good, bad, or ugly. We so quick to run, good, bad, or ugly. You know?
And Coach Sherry, you're right. All hands need to be on deck. Everybody needs to be on one accord when it comes to fighting racism, period.
Right.
Across the board.
Right.
With everything and everybody. Because let's just say Black Lives Matter movement changes something. It doesn't change anything for the black gay men in our community. They're still going to treat us the same way. White men are still going to make profiles that say no blacks. No blacks, no fats, no femmes. They'll tell you in a minute. Mm-hmm. I don't want to talk to you. You're black. Mm-hmm. But then when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and they horny and they want something, they'll be right up in your inbox. Mm-hmm. Hey, how are you? Child, your profile clearly says you don't want nothing to do with me, but now all of a sudden, because it's bewitching hour, now all of a sudden I'm good enough to want to be with.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, and it's just...
Well, you got to want more for yourself than that.
Right, I agree.
You have to want more for
yourself. You have to want more for yourself, and you have to do better for yourself. Yeah. Screw what everybody else is treating you like. I mean, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to.
Right.
Period. And it's just... It's rough. And I'm glad Ewok asked that question because it's a lot of people don't understand. And that's why I wanted to answer it. Because a lot of people compare the two, being gay and being black, and it's totally different. It's totally different. And for the reasons that I said. Any gay man, I don't care who it is, can go anywhere and never tell somebody that they're gay. If you're white, you walk in with privilege. If you're black, you're seen as a black man. Period. Mm-hmm. Now, me telling you I'm gay, that's on me. I don't have to tell you nothing.
Right.
I can walk in there and pretend and deepen my voice and walk in there looking like I'm straight from the hood, because I am from the hood. I can do all of that, but for what? I'm going to be me. And being me shouldn't warrant you to treat me a certain kind of way because I'm different from you. And in actuality, like people say, one thing that burns me is when they say my lifestyle. There's no such thing as a gay lifestyle.
No, there's
please,
no such thing.
If y'all don't take nothing else away from this live, please take this away from the live. Yeah. There's no such thing as a gay lifestyle.
No, it's not.
And if it is, please somebody tell me what it is.
Lifestyle is a hobby. It's a hobby. It's something that you do, to pass the time or you get pleasure out of. That's a lifestyle. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. Lifestyles of the golfer or whatever. This ain't no lifestyle.
Right.
It's not.
Like I explained it to somebody and they said, you know what? You make sense. I said, okay, if I have a gay lifestyle, what do me and Tramel do different than you and your husband?
Right.
We go to the movies. Well, when we could.
Yeah.
We go out to eat. We enjoy our friends. We go to concerts. We go to events. We go to picnics in the park.
We enjoy each other.
We enjoy each other's company. What lifestyle is that? Because most of the straight people I know do the same things. So where's this lifestyle? Because I'm missing out on something.
Yeah.
And I want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm missing out on this lifestyle everybody keeps talking about that we have.
No, it's very annoying. It's very annoying. If you really want to annoy a gay person, call their life a lifestyle. It's disrespectful. It is. It's very disrespectful.
And if you don't take nothing else away from this life, please understand there's no such thing as a gay lifestyle.
No, there's not. We don't have a secret club. Well, there's some secret clubs, but we don't have no secret clubs where we all have a membership card or of some sort where we follow a set of rules and get a gift package and stuff like that. That's a lifestyle.
I'm gonna read what Coach Sherry said because this is the perfect example of it. Coach Sherry said, lifestyle is choosing to be vegan or exercising on a daily basis.
Thank you.
You can fall off from a lifestyle. Exactly.
I'm 52. I ain't fell off yet. When am I going to get off? Can I get off
have a relative that says I'm going through a phase. Well, it's a 49-year-old phase that I never stopped. I mean, and people can have their own ideas about whatever. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, to a gay person, you sound utterly ridiculous when you say it's a lifestyle.
Right. And my thing is this. Listen, if you don't understand or don't want to understand, then just let it go and leave it alone and keep your opinions to yourself, because really your opinions don't mean anything whether you want to be bothered or not. They shouldn't mean anything. They don't mean nothing to me. They go in one ear and out the other, especially when it's that negativity bullshit. Unless you're trying to get red on purpose.
Well, it's like what John said. They saying lifestyle because they like clubs but you don't want us with you.
Yeah, but heterosexual people go to clubs.
No, but they don't want. No, what I'm saying is because
they have group sex and all that other stuff.
But because we go to our own clubs, that's no different than black people had to go to the cotton clubs because they were not allowed in clubs with white people. So did you say that black people had a certain lifestyle because they went to cotton clubs?
Yeah, we couldn't go to y'all clubs because we get beat up.
If we go to your clubs, then we'll get beat up. If a trans woman walk in a regular club, child, and God forbid if somebody figure out she's a trans woman, she might as well just run for the hills because they're gonna attack her.
Well,
so
she's gonna die.
Well, I'm not gonna say that, but it's possible.
It's possible.
It's definitely possible.
Yes,
but. The
girls be carrying on. So, I mean, what do you expect? What are we supposed to do? Sit home and let y'all go to the club and have all the fun and stuff like that? And we ain't never said y'all couldn't come to our club. We invite y'all to our club with no problem. We're going to be like, look at that straighty over there.
Right.
That's a straighty over there. Yes, let's go get them. No, we don't do that. Y'all do that.
In the beginning, my sister, it didn't bother her as much. But now, because people that don't know me, Or people that might not know, they'll walk up to her and say something about a gay person, and she's looking at them like, she's like, really? Well, my brother's gay, now what? And then they look stupid, and they look dumbfounded, because now my cousins, they take it personal, because it's like, well, if you knew my brother, you would be standing there thinking the same thing about him. And that's what I do too, because I've been in straight people's presence and they've made fun of gay men that were extra feminine or whatever and called them the F word. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Why you going? I said, because guess what? Just because that's not me, you think the same thing about me.
Right.
It's no different than if you were white people and they say, oh, look at that N-word. They think the same thing about you. They just not gonna say it to your face. And I'm not gonna put myself in a situation with people that think that way about me and feel that way about me, even though you didn't direct it towards me. But if me and this person has one thing in common, and that's how you feel about them, then you feel that way about me. And I'm going to remove myself from the situation, because see, the day you make a mistake and say that to me or about me, oh, it's going to be on and popping.
Yeah, it's going to be on. Yeah.
I respect everybody.
Yeah.
I respect people with the same respect that I want, but the minute you disrespect me, it is on and popping.
I will choke you. I will, yeah.
Coach Sherry, let me tell you something. I appreciate that, but you don't have to apologize for the ignorance. You just build up a skin that, like, people, when me and Tremel got married, you don't even want to know. The Love Kings is on here, Wanston and Leo is on here, and they can contest to what me and Tremel is going to say. When people find out we're married, you know the first question out of a lot of ignorant people's mouth? Who's the man and who's the woman? Who wore the dress to the wedding? And I'm sitting there like, well, in biology, both of us would be men. So I don't understand where you getting one of us as a woman. Neither one of us wore a dress down the aisle. And even if we did wear a dress, we still wouldn't be a woman. I had somebody go as far as to tell me.
I would be fly, funky Joseph.
I had a nurse go as far as to tell me.
Y'all
she
want
asked
me
me
for
that, she
fashion.
asked me she asked me the stupid question to begin with, and I was being nice, giving her an answer. Then because the answer I gave her was neither one of us are women. Then when she found out I changed my last name, the hoe had the nerve to say, "Oh, so you're the woman because you changed your last name." Well, at that point, I meet ignorance with ignorance. I went in my phone and I pulled up 2 pictures. I said, does this look like my husband is a woman? I slid across and said, does this look like I'm a woman? Because I don't know a woman. I don't know any woman that have one of these. She gagged, and I was justified. Because if you want to, you already asked me the question, I gave you an answer. But because I changed, you didn't ask me why I changed my last name. Most people ask us, did we have a conversation? How did we come up with who was going to change their last name? You just, oh, you're the woman because you changed your last name. Really? We already had this conversation a week ago, and I told you neither one of us was the woman. But for them to make it right in their mind, one of us has to be a woman. Or they don't even acknowledge our marriage at all.
Right.
His partner, excuse me, ma'am. No. I didn't tell you that was my partner. I said it was my husband.
Right.
Let's say it together. His friend.
Let's say it together.
No. He's not my friend. Well, he is my friend, but that's not. Yeah. He's my husband. See, husband. And I make them do it till they say it correctly.
Big rock. What?
Because people will try you, and people will try you and make it what they want it to be when you're telling them exactly what it is. It's not like we hiding. I had a doctor kick me out the office when she found out. She said, how do you identify? Oh, and of course I reported the bitch. How do you identify? So first of all, you asking me even the wrong question. I said I identify as a man. In the doctor's office. I said I identify as a man. He, him, and his. Because that's the question she asked me. And I know legally now, they have to ask people how do they identify because they don't want to offend. No, I mean, are you gay? What does that have to do with my doctor visit? So I looked at her and said, didn't I just tell you he was my husband? I don't know many straight men that will come in here and say they have a husband. Oh, you're right. Right after I told the nurse that, the doctor comes in with some okie doke story as to why she can't help me. She's making me an appointment at a whole nother doctor's office. Now, I had just had a stroke and had to wait 3 weeks to go to the doctor for them to recommend me to rehab. Do you know this hoe refused to send me to rehab? She refused to even call the rehab place because when she found out that we was gay. It keeps them quiet. It keeps... I'm like, are you serious right now? Because at first I'm sitting there going, well, is it because I'm black?
Yeah.
Because I kind of... There was a part of me that probably would have handled it better if it was because I was black. But then when I'm realizing, this hoe is really mad because we gay. Really? Seriously? Because we gay? Girl, listen. It was 2020. It's 2020, girl. Ain't nobody got time for that. For real, for real. It was crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, 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 the things that people have to deal with. That's why I said, that's why the topic is, if you had to walk a mile in my shoes, could you do it? Because people just see the after. They don't see the before. They don't see what we go through. They don't see when you a woman or a man and you straight, y'all can walk through the store holding hands. Y'all can do all of that. We can't. We have to like look over our shoulder if Tremel want to hug me or
no. But even now that we can do it, we don't. We just don't show displays of affection.
You so used to not being able to do it, or even though you can. I mean, technically we could if we wanted to.
Right.
But why get the ridicule that's gonna come from it? Why? That's like starting a fight. Because you already know.
No, it's not even that.
Somebody's going to say something, and then you're going to get mad, and then it's going to escalate into something
that's how we've been conditioned. Because that's the day and age we come from. Is that you know, as much as we want to, our psyche tells us that, you know, at one point in time in our lives, that was just like a no, and so. You know, you're always very alert of your surroundings. Like,
just imagine going somewhere. I mean, it's black people.
Nobody wants to be a target.
No, but as black people, we are conditioned as well to be aware of our surroundings, depending on where we're at.
Right.
But just imagine being gay, and everywhere you go, you have to be careful of your surroundings and aware of what's going on around you. And you have to listen to
a dude,
everybody and everything. Yeah. I will never forget one time I took one of my friends to the hospital, and he was really, really sick. And he just laid his head on my shoulder. There's a part of me on the inside going, child, get off my shoulder. But then the human side of me knows that he was like really sitting there almost damn near dying. So I'm like, you know what? The first person to say something, I'm going to fuck him up. Yeah. And it happened. It happened.
In that place many a time.
It happened. Look at them homos. Da, 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 da. First of all, he's sitting here sick as a dog. Ain't nobody got time for you, Shaquisha. Ain't nobody got time for you. You sitting here with your mama. Now, that wasn't his man. He was just my friend, a legitimate friend. But you mad because you think I'm his boyfriend, or you mad because you think whatever you thinking at the moment right now. And I'm sitting there being a friend to somebody who is really sick and really dying. And you worried about that grown-ass man got his shoulder on my shoulder. Are you serious right now?
Yeah. Our society do have a long way to go, especially when you got people like Lil Boosie with his stupid ass. Because what he did was, he's ruined, first of all, he's ruined the experience, the beautiful experience that his sons could have had, you know, from their first sexual act. Now it's a nightmare. And then you have him just so putting emphasis on not wanting his son to be gay. That right there, most children would be thinking, "Oh, well, he don't want me to be that. I'm gonna try that out and see how that works out." You ain't do nothing but make them want to try it even more. I mean, possibly, right?
Right, but it's not even that. It's that, like, people...
Ignorance. It's just ignorance.
Being homeless is not going to make your child not gay.
Right.
Beating them, you can't beat the gay out.
No, you can't.
You can send them to church from now until Jesus come home. It's not going to get rid of the gay.
And you can't turn your back on it and throw it out in the streets, because guess what? No matter what, whether you throw it out in the streets or not, it's still your blood. It's still your blood out there on the streets, prostituting, possibly robbing somebody to get something to eat that you don't throw out on the street just because they want to be who they want to be.
It speaks volumes for you. Yeah. Like, what kind of woman or man are you that you created a human life and you are just so ready to throw it away
like a dog, like it's a puppy?
Just throw it away. How do you love? Who threw you away? Because I'm sure most of us are not what our parents wanted us to be. Most of us are not. And when I had that conversation with my mother, and I said, first of all, you didn't do what Grandma said. When you divorced my father, she told you better not get a divorce because the God said this and the Bible said that. And what did you do? Divorced him when I was 3. So if you think that I'm going to sit here and just listen to you just because you're my mother, let's think about that twice because you didn't listen to Grandma. Mm-hmm. She thought I didn't say it like I'm saying it to y'all, but I said it. And she thought about it and she said, you know what? You're absolutely right. You have to live your own life. As long as you don't hurt you or nobody else, live your life. And I did, because I just refused to let somebody dictate to me how I had to move and shake. You gave me a life, and now it's my life to live. Yes, I have to listen to you when I'm a child, but I was grown at that point. I was 20. I had a job. I was taking care of myself. So what you're not going to do, mother or not, you're not going to sit back and tell me how I have to live my life when you didn't listen to your own mother tell you how to live yours. You did what you did for your own happiness. So I'm going to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And I think people...
And see, on the other side of the coin, I'm telling you, you living for somebody else and not being the person that you want to be, trust me, it don't work. It don't work because it comes a time in your life where you get tired of doing that like I did. And you become... you look back on your life and say, damn, I should have did this a long time ago. But you can't go back to yesterday, but you can make it right in your present and in your future. You can make things right by being yourself and living in your truth, like I had to do.
And my pastor said something that just it rang volumes for me, but not because I didn't do it. But he said, the Bible said when you were a boy, you did boy things. When you became a man, you moved as a man. Which means when you are a boy, you sit and listen to your mother. You are a man now. You don't have to sit and do whatever she tells you to do.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of women get it twisted. They think because they're your mother, you're supposed to just do what they say do. You 40 years old and you supposed to still be like, mommy said do this, and people get caught up because you
especially
think
when
that's my mother and I love her.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with loving her. It has nothing to do with, it's you taking control of your life. Yeah. It's you not being that 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 12-year-old, 17-year-old little boy anymore, or little girl. Mm-hmm. You a grown-ass man or woman.
Right.
And I'm not saying, I've never been disrespectful.
No, don't be disrespectful.
I popped off at my mother a few times and she
boundaries.
slapped the shit out of me. I ain't even going to say I never
boundaries.
did. But you have to be respectful enough to say, listen, I'm not a child no more. You can't tell me what to do. Period. But I think people get caught up in, I love my mother, I'm going to do whatever she says. And it's because that's how we are as kids.
Yeah.
So as an adult,
well, that's how we was raised in the South. I'm telling you that. That's how we was raised in the South. Being raised in the South, you taught that you ain't never too old to get knocked upside your head by your parents. You ain't never too old. And you know, the old way is to have for your children to have a little bit of fear in their heart for you. And that's how we was raised. So, you know, coming up out of that,
Melissa.
Coming up out of that is not an easy thing, standing on your own 2 feet, because I come from a world where your parents, you did your parents guided you, and you did what you were told, no matter how old you were, you know. But I mean, I'm not trying to justify it or anything like that, but yes, it comes a time in your life where you have to just wake up from that. You have to realize that you have to be your own individual person. You can't live to appease everybody else, because I'm telling you, you are going to be an unhappy person. It's going to be a part of your life that you are going to miss or are missing, that you are going to look back and you are going to regret. Perhaps, maybe this would have happened. Maybe that would have happened. Maybe I could have did things this way. I've been missing out on all of this from not being myself. Mm-hmm. Oh my God! And sometimes you can't. Some things you can't get back.
And a good example of that is me and my sister. My sister did everything to please my mother. Everything, anything my mother wanted. My mother could dictate her friends. My mother could dictate when she went out, what she did, blah blah blah. Me, on the other hand, It was the total opposite. Nope, I'm not doing that. Nope, I don't want to do that. Nope, I'm not going there. Nope, I'm not doing that. Because I just felt like, and if my mother had her opportunity, I would have been just like my sister. She would have kept us with her, and we would have been her. My mother was my best friend. I can call her and talk to her about anything. When she died, I felt like I had lost my best friend in this entire world. The only person that loved me unconditionally no matter what was gone. But at the same time, when my mother died and my sister had months and months and like a year and maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the line, you know what she said to me? Why did you let me listen to mommy? I said, I kept telling you to tell her no, but you told me I was a horrible son. You told me that I'm mean and I'm evil and I'm not family orientated because I wouldn't do nothing. If I was busy and they had a party and my mother wanted me to come, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to the club this weekend, girl. I made these plans before you decided to have a party. Oh. And my son, you're not family orientated. You don't care about us. So when I told her that, she said, who do you think I got it from? I said, oh, so that's what she was telling you to tell me that instead of her telling me herself. She was like, who do you think I got it from? Your mother. I said, right, because that was her way of making you feel that she had a problem with me so she wouldn't feel that way about you. My mother was a master manipulator. Let's get that together. The most loving woman you ever wanted to meet would give you the shirt off her back. If she knew you couldn't eat, she'd go to the store eating. When she was laying there with cancer, she would make my sister get up and go food shopping for people that she know didn't have food. She brought somebody a bed that had just moved in an apartment and couldn't afford a bed and was sleeping on an air mattress with a baby. That's the type of woman my mother was. But when it came down to it, she was a master manipulator when she wanted to be. And it just, I couldn't let that happen to me. I don't know. It just has never been in me to let, like my grandmother was the same way. And my sister was so built on being this perfect, ideal little girl for them. I didn't care. My grandmother would whip my ass regularly. Tremel has heard the stories. I didn't care. She told me not to do something. What was the first thing I did? What she told me not to do. This mouth would get me popped in it since I was a child, because I didn't care what I said. If I felt it, I said it, and I didn't care. When I was younger, if I didn't like you, I'd pop you in the mouth. That's the kind of kid I was. But it just, I don't know. I just never, when I see people that have been like held back from trying to please other people and do things to make other people happy, it doesn't resonate in my head what that is. It doesn't resonate in my head how that looks, because it could just never be me. It could just never be me. I could never do that. I can never be unhappy to make somebody else happy. As far as, when I say that, I mean living my life the way they want me to. Now, not to say if Tremel wanted me to do something, and I'm like, oh,
I can't tell him to do something. I'd be like, you better. He'd be like,
You know what it is,
that's not the way to ask, Tremel. That's not the way to ask.
Once you start telling me what to do, and maybe it's just the Aries in me, once you start telling me what to do, I get a fire in me that says I'm not going to do it.
He's not going to move.
If you make a suggestion and suggest or make it like an option, I'll do whatever you want
Joseph,
me to do.
get out.
If you tell me, if you tell me to get out, no, you should go get me some water. Child, you'll be thirsty. If you get up anytime soon, could you go get me some water, please? I'm really thirsty. You want me to go get it now? Okay, I'll go get it. It's just in how you say it to me.
Redirecting. That's what they call it, redirecting. Like when he down in the kitchen and he micromanaging me and stuff like that, he makes suggestions. He don't tell me.
Right, I never. That's why I laugh at him when he tells y'all I micromanage, because in my mind, he'll say I'm telling him what to do. In actuality, I never tell him what to do.
This is how I would make my fried chicken. What
are you doing?
I would make my
I'm making chicken. I'm frying it like this. I'm like, oh. Well, if I was you,
that's.
I would try this, and this, because I don't know how that's going to come
out.
But see,
I catch on, and he get cussed out anyway. I catch on, and he get cussed out. And I'll be like, so what you trying to say, Joseph? You trying to say I don't know how to fry some goddamn chicken? What the fuck?
Melissa, I agree with you. There is so much peace in doing you, even if there is failure.
It is.
I was called hard-headed all the time, but no regrets. Made changes, yeah, but no regrets. Y'all are so refreshing. Melissa, I'm just like you. Somebody asked me, did I have any regrets? And I told them, I don't have any regrets. Now, would I do some things different? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. And you know why I would do them different? Because I know the outcome. But do I regret what I did at the time? No, I don't. Because I would never know that it wouldn't work if I never did it.
Ooh.
I'm like you. I don't live, honest to God, if I die today or tomorrow, I don't have any regrets. Now, would I do things some things a little different? I would. I'm not even going to sit here and say, no, I would do everything exactly the same. I'd be a fool to say that. Anybody would be a fool to say that. Especially, we've all made mistakes in our life. So, of course, if you could, you would go back and correct the mistakes. But past that, I don't have any regrets. So, I agree with you 100% on that. I love the... Okay. Oh, that's for the Love Kings. I thought Wanston was talking to us.
Oh.
This is off topic, but Tremel, that hat is a whole vibe. Too cute. We were selling those, and we sold them out, especially the red one.
Yeah, and we can't get them no more.
And we can't get them no more.
Yes, and we had them in red. Oh, they were so nice and red.
Oh, the red ones was banging.
The gray
somebody
ones.
begged us to sell them the last red one we had.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep the red one. I was trying to keep the red one. Please, I really want the red one. I was like, oh, okay, I'll send it to you.
Yeah. If I find some more from a different vendor, I promise you guys.
We've been looking. We've been looking because everybody loves it.
But in the meantime, you can go over to the McRaeKingz Boutique, and we have T-shirts there. We have all different types of merchandise there.
And we are going to make some more. Right now, we just have a couple of tank tops, T-shirts, a coffee mug. Some of the T-shirts have some of our sayings. Like some of y'all like when I say spun, slapped, and fucked up. It don't say fucked. It says effed up. Y'all like when Tremel says lies from the book of lies. That's over there. I'm going to make one because y'all know my favorite saying when it comes to people. Fuck them. But it's not going to say fuck. It's going to say... It's going to say F and then asterisk, asterisk, K, U-M. We made them. We have the TheMcRae for Life shirts.
And shout out to the people that already already bought stuff.
Yes, because some people have already bought stuff.
Thank you so much. We appreciate all your support. All of your support. Yes, we do.
The description, the link for it will be in the description box when you...
Yes.
When the video's finished, as well as everybody from the TBT squad.
Yeah.
All their links will be in the description box. So if you haven't connected with MJ&J Family Mukbang, it's me, Wanston, yes, honey.
It's your boy Leo.
It's your boy it's your boy Leo. Yeah. And let's talk about it with Anita.
Yes.
All their links will be in the description box.
Yes.
And I have to still give a shout out to my boy Surprise Around the Corner.
Yes.
Because Surprise Around the Corner, if you're not connected
and his link
with
will
him,
be in there too.
Definitely connect with him if you want to laugh. His videos are not long, so you don't want to be sitting there for hours on end.
Surprise Around the Corner will
you really don't want him
up your day. Let me
and you really don't want him to finish because his stories are funny. And you will really enjoy
Surprise Around the Corner is really a surprise around the corner because I'm telling you, anytime you watch his content, he's going to make you smile. He's going to at least get one smile.
He's going to make you laugh.
Yes.
He always makes me laugh.
Yes.
He's
I love watching. He is. He's a hoot-holler. Oh, God, he be having me in stitches sometimes, especially when he stepped on that rat.
While he was walking and didn't realize it until after the fact.
Yes. In Harlem. Shout out to Harlem. I think maybe we'll think about moving down to the city maybe in the next 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Brooklyn.
Then I gotta figure out a place to park.
Yeah, that too. That's the only thing that scares me is like...
Because I ain't taking the train.
You have to pay a monthly fee.
Because I ain't getting on the... I don't mind parking on the street. I ain't got a problem with that. But I ain't getting on the train with no rack. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't getting on no train. No. No.
Because I done seen too many videos where rats just come walking across the train. Now, back in the day, because I'm from Brooklyn, child, I would ride them trains 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Now that I realize the danger I was in,
you're more in danger from the animals in the subway than anything. Shoot.
You too, Lilo.
You in danger, girl.
Hey, London. London is in the building.
All right, London.
London, UK.
All right.
Healing Spaces. I love that name. All right, y'all. So after us, we are going to head over to Tuba Chat. So if you are a content creator, definitely head on over to Tuba Chat.
Make sure you head on over there.
Because he will definitely help you promote your page.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're great people. You'll enjoy it. And all that other stuff. We're almost at a milestone. We need 3 more people to subscribe, and we'll be at a milestone of 950. And then we'll have another milestone to fill 50 more, and then we can become monetized. We'll have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. Wanston put Tuba Chat's link in the comments.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, me and Trumel are going to head on out of here. We have a couple of things we need to do today, so we don't have to do them tomorrow. And thank all of you.
Have a Sunday dinner.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But thank all of you for watching. Thank all the new subscribers for coming. Thanks everybody for participating in the chat.
Thank you for watching TBT Squad all morning.
Yes, and Monica, thank you for having us live with you this morning.
Yes, we appreciate you.
We appreciate you. I was up early just for you, girl.
Yes, and up next, guys, coming soon, we are going to be doing a panel of all of us, the whole entire TBT squad. We're just putting it together now.
We're putting it together now.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
Yeah, and we're gonna do it's gonna be like a test phase to see if you guys want to do it every week. Want us to do it every week? We'll do it every week or whatever, or once a month or whatever. So
if we do Q&A with the Kings on Thursday. If you have any questions you want us to answer, definitely drop us an email at TheMcRaeKingz, and that's Kings with a Z Corner @gmail.com. If you want to help support our channel and support us, our Cash App is in the description box as well.
yes.
So with that being said, again, thank you to all our new subscribers. Thank you to all the subscribers that have always been with us and appreciate us.
And welcome all. Welcome all.
Welcome to the round table, the King's round table full of our nights.
Yes,
that's what we call our subscribers,
comment,
our
share,
nights.
all that stuff. Share to everybody.
And let somebody know that the Kings are the
in
ones
the
you
building.
need to subscribe to.
Yes. And the TBT squad.
Yes. And any and everything you have heard us say, if you missed any part of it, is in the description box.
Yes.
And on that note, you know how me and Trumel always end it. Walk in peace, love, sunshine, and happiness.
And all that other good stuff. And remember, it's Team McRae.
All damn day.
Talk to you soon.
Peace, y'all.